Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today is September 28th, 2023. Today's topic is: I was arrested for questioning the police's violation of the law. Why am I still a little happy? My uncle was admitted to Shandong First People's Hospital due to COVID-19. I went to the hospital to visit him on February 9th, but my electric vehicle was stolen. So I went to Shandong Police Station in Shuiyang District to report the case. This case was in charge of Shandong, Case Trial Team 4 of Shandong Police Station. From February 9th to February 17th, I contacted Shandong many times, but he didn't answer my calls and text messages. In fact, I just want to briefly understand the progress of the case and whether a criminal case can be filed. During this period, I also contacted other police of Shandong Police Station, and the reply I received was that I could only contact Shandong. According to Chinese laws and regulations, this type of theft case should be determined within 3 days whether to file the case, and in complex cases, it can be extended to 7 days. So, on February 17th, I posted a video on Douyin and Daily Tushio with the title, My Doubts About the Public Security Bureau of Shuiyang District, Shandong City. At 23:19 that night, 3 police headed by Shandong, wearing civilian clothes and driving a private car, crossed districts and forcibly arrested me without showing their police ID or giving any reason, leaving my 11-year-old child alone. Stay home late at night. I asked the reason for arresting me in their car, and Shandong said it was a summons. When we arrived at the police station, they said they would take a confession from me. I didn't know what crime I had committed or what laws I had violated. Only people who are defined as committing crimes or breaking the law can use the term recorded confessions. Since they didn't show me their police ID, I didn't know their names. One of the thin policemen was in charge of taking the confession. During the process, he suddenly took off his clothes, threw it on a chair, raised his fist and rushed in front of me, making a gesture of hitting me. This was a naked threat. Another fat policeman tried to unlock my phone without success, so he walked up to me, glared at me, clenched his fists, and asked me to unlock my phone. Thinking of the actions of the thin policeman, I was really frightened by him, so I could only follow his instructions to unlock my phone. He used my mobile phone to download the app in front of me. I clearly refused, but he didn't listen at all, and there was nothing I could do about it. He tried to delete the videos I posted after logging in, but he failed because my account was registered with another mobile phone number. So he took out my mobile phone, and when he came back after waiting for more than an hour, I found that the photos, videos and call records about the case were gone. This was a naked destruction of evidence. An invasion of privacy. I also had a conversation with Captain Shandong. I made it clear which clause of which law their behavior violated. He didn't understand these legal clauses at all. I really don't know how he enforces the law or how he became a police or how he became a captain. But he shamelessly said that I live in a book, and that the laws in reality are different from those in books. At about 4 o'clock in the morning, they asked me to sign the so-called confession, but I found that what they wrote on the document was seriously inconsistent with what I said. Of course, I refused to sign. At this moment, Shandong said a sentence that has scared me even now: you can make a note that he doesn't sign, and it will still be valid. Is this how Chinese laws are enforced? This is too scary. The police can manipulate people at will, even without taking a confession. They can directly issue a document and then make a note that the victim will not sign it to take effect. Do people still have a way to survive? Then Shandong took me to a room, searched me, and asked me to give them my mobile phone, keys, and belt for safekeeping. Then he took me into a waiting room, which was an ordinary room with 2/3 of the area. 9 persons were detained, including some in handcuffs, and 1/3 of the area belonged to the police on duty. The police on duty asked Shandong how to write the reason for my arrest. Shandong said that I published false news. The room is crowded and there is no way to sleep. I had no sleep all night. By daybreak, I was already in a trance. At about 8 o'clock in the morning, Shandong took me to Director Yang. Something surprising happened to me. Director Yang was actually playing with my mobile phone that was being kept. My mobile phone is a very ordinary and cheap phone. I don't know what it is worth playing with, and it is not made of gold or silver. He was looking at my phone, not at its appearance, but at its contents. When he saw me arriving, he said, "Person from your hometown will call you soon." Sure enough, a few minutes later, someone from my hometown called me and asked me to keep quiet and delete the post, and the matter was over. I thought about it. I had seen their illegal ways, and my family had an old father and children. It was difficult for me to fight against them, so I agreed. At 10:04, I deleted the video and called Shandong to notify him. When they took me away that night, I was scared and sad, because I was mainly worried about the safety of my 11-year-old child. After all, I didn't break the law, I was just exercising my rights as an ordinary citizen. The Chinese constitution stipulates that people have the right to freedom of speech, and my speech has been self-censored, and my questions about them have legal basis. I only exercised a small amount of freedom, but even so, I was still forcibly arrested. I asked them the reason for arresting me in their car. They said it was a summons, and later they said I were cooperating with the investigation. They kept saying things over and over again. Is this the representative of the Chinese police? When I came out of the police station, I was actually happy. Because I saw a lot of police violations on the internet, I was always dubious. In my mind, the police have received formal education after all, and no matter how bad they are, they always have a bottom line. From the fact that Nie Shubin was sentenced to death with a suspended sentence without real evidence, spent more than 20 years in prison, and his family was ruined, to a secretary of the CCP in Shandong saying to the victim, "I have 100 ways to punish you," how arrogant this is, and the recent accidental deaths of several people after being arrested or detained by the police. I never really believed it before. After I personally experienced their illegality, I completely believe it now. I no longer have any illusions about the police, and I no longer believe in their legal and moral bottom lines. They are a group of naked bandits, even more bandits than bandits. Of course I'm talking about those illegal police. After all, there are so many police in China, and many of them sincerely serve the people. The reason why I fled abroad was because I asked them for the procedures to arrest me, and they threatened me and tried to arrest me again. So I would expose them and eradicate these evil policemen. If these evil policemen are not eliminated, the country will no longer be a country, the people will no longer be people, and the people will live in dire straits. As a member of the people, and as a Chinese, I have the responsibility and obligation to expose them, get rid of these evil policemen, and bring justice to the people. I hope everyone can offer their opinions and suggestions so that these evil policemen receive the punishment they deserve. Thank you all.